Last episode ended with the party fleeing from the city guard after killing a whole lot of people in broad daylight. After a short chase, the party was able to lose them and make their way back to a tavern to make their plans for the future. Once they arrived, Volrin the human fighter quickly introduced himself to the party, then explained his plan. "We've got to get out of the city now. I know a tunnel we can use to sneak out under the wall onto the south road, then we can head to Amberwood. The guards there won't care about our bounty, and also while we're laying low there, I have something to do. I had a vision of a sunken temple at the bottom of the lake next to Amberwood. I'm going there to try to find out what the vision was about, and I'd appreciate your help if you could join." Wait, wasn't Amberwood destroyed by that dragon attack a few weeks ago? No, don't you read the broadsheets? The bank robbers had apparently filled a bunch of buildings to the brim with a material that would make a ton of smoke. Then when the dragon showed up, it had ignited all of the stashes. It looked terrifying, and the city fell into chaos during the event, but it's calmed down now and it's mostly still in pretty good shape. Perfect, it's settled then. We'll go to Amberwood. The party snuck through the city, briefly stopping at the office of a mind flayer dentist named Dr. Izobosk in order to get healed from their fight. Then they left Silverwick. They were traveling along the southern road back towards Amberwood, and on the third day they found someone crossing the road. It was a knight wearing extremely rusted and ancient armor. Emblazoned across his chest was the symbol of a jellyfish floating above a storm cloud, which the party immediately recognized as the old symbol of Saint Jimmy, before it had been changed a few hundred years ago. "Hello there, I'm Edith. Where are you heading in such a hurry?" "The name is Sir Geraldus the Confident, and I'm traveling to the city of Redwater. I must defend it from the attacking forces before it too falls to the Crystalline army." I think I remember reading about Redwater in a history book the other week. Hasn't it been destroyed for centuries? Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. It's the greatest city on Venzor, and it will never be destroyed if I have anything to say about it. Now I must continue my journey. Good day to you all, and may Saint Jimmy bless your travel through these dangerous lands. Sir Geraldus turned and walked into the woods. As he was leaving the party's sight, they caught a glimpse of what he looked like underneath the armor, and saw that he was a walking skeleton, long dead but still clinging to this world through sheer force of will. Let's get back to traveling. We'll be in the Watchers territory soon, and I want to get as far as we can while it's still daylight. The party continued their journey, and soon the forest around them got more dense, and there was a thin layer of fog that limited how far they could see. Even during the day, it was oppressively dark in this wretched forest, due to the upper canopy blocking out most of the light. The party tried to be quiet, because they knew from their last time here that noise could alert the creature to their location, and they feared that they would not survive another encounter with it. However, as the sun was beginning to set, far in the distance, they saw a small campfire in the middle of the road. Standing next to it, barely visible in the fog, was a shadowy figure that was staring right at them. After another glance, the party realized that this wasn't the Watcher, but instead another traveler like themselves. The party approached the adventurer, and he quickly introduced himself. "Hi, I'm Porkins." Hello. How exactly have you managed to survive in the Watcher's woods by yourself?" "Well, I just showed up in the spooky part of the forest today. Though luckily now I found you and we can team up and be best friends and travel together and be safe together. It's gonna be great." "We could also just use his entrails to teleport the rest of us directly to Amberwood, and then we wouldn't need to worry about the Watcher." "We're not gonna— Wait, you can do that?" "I'm in." "What? Why would you agree to that?" "I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but your friend seemed excited about it, so I'm in." "We're not gonna murder some random person we just met. We're supposed to be the heroes here." "Speak for yourself. But alright, fine. Welcome to the team, Porkins." And so Porkins the Shuni Druid joined the party. They all camped there on the road for the night, and one by one they fell asleep, until Tenebris was the only one awake. Alone, he looked out into the dark forest, waiting for any sign of movement, any sign that the horrific beast would attack again, like it had all those months ago. The hours ticked by, and slowly he began to relax a little. Maybe they'd get lucky. Maybe they would make it through the night. Then he saw a faint glow in the distant woods. There was a lantern hanging from a tree. Tenebris quickly put out their campfire, hoping it hadn't seen them yet, and their camp was plunged into darkness. He looked back towards the lantern and saw that it was gone. He breathed a sigh of relief. Then he saw the lantern flicker to life once more. However, it was much, much closer this time. In the fog behind the lantern, Tenebris could see two small, dark eyes watching them. Tenebris immediately woke up the rest of the party, and they all drew their weapons. Stepping out of the woods was a large, wooden creature, almost like a scarecrow. Jay immediately went in for the attack, hitting the Watcher with his spiked chain, and blood splattered out of the construct. Real blood. And to most of the party, it did just look like normal blood, if slightly fluorescent, but Tenebris recognized it instantly. This wasn't just normal blood, this was unicorn blood. Everyone watch out! This thing is powered by unicorn blood, which means that it can rewind time! Jay immediately went in for the attack, but the Watcher was easily able to dodge his attack. Due to the unicorn blood, it was able to rewind time in 6-second increments and redo events. After it reversed time, it could then choose which version of events it actually wanted to be canon. However, everyone would have the memories of every single split of events. The Watcher attacked Volrin, and it missed. It then reversed time and attacked Volrin again. This time it hit. The Watcher reversed time yet again, and this time it got a nat 20 on its attack. It stabbed Volrin through the throat with the pointed wooden claws at the end of its jagged arm. Volrin dropped to the ground, dead. Is there any way that we can actually beat it? It's gotta have some weakness. I've got an idea. Edith then got out a small jade sphere. It was a magic item the party had gotten back in episode 4, and trapped inside was a pit fiend. One of the most dangerous things in the world. No, we can't just unleash a pit fiend, we're too close to Amberwood. Tenebris, you seem to know about this, what can we do? It can only rewind each section a few times, so we just need to overwhelm it with small attacks right now. Once it's weak, I've got a new plan. The party began attacking it as many times as they could, making it burn all of its uses of its time ability, just trying to stay alive. This meant that it had none left by the time its own turn came around, meaning it wasn't able to get any more critical hits against any of them. Eventually, the creature was looking extremely injured, and Tenebris put the last part of his plan into action. We need to surround it, and everybody ready your strongest attack action. No matter which way it flees, we'll get it. No matter how many times it tried to loop the turn, the Watcher couldn't escape. Every direction it tried to go, it got hit by the readied action and killed. As the light in its eyes faded, the party breathed a sigh of relief. They'd done it. They'd managed to kill the Watcher, and they'd only lost one of their own. However, Tenebris had another trick up his sleeve. He remembered from his research on unicorns that in addition to having the power to loop time, their blood also had the ability to heal anything. He quickly ran over and gathered as much of it from the dead creature as he could, then went and poured it down Volrin's throat. His eyes fluttered open, and his wounds began to heal. He was alive again. While the rest of the party was distracted, bringing Volrin back to life, Edith went over to the Watcher. She cut open its dead body, and soon found what she was looking for. Buried deep within the Watcher's skull was a small, dark purple crystal, just like the one she had found in the graveyard back in episode 2. And the one she had found in the Baranor family diner in episode 4. She had 3 of these crystals now, and she began to hear faint whispering in her head. It told her that there was only one more crystal to find. Just one more. That was all she needed for her plan to fall into place, and the whispers also told her where it was hidden. In a sunken temple at the bottom of the lake. right where the party was heading.